Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wahara Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Many blessings and salutations unto the house of David, the Bayath Dawadah, for whom these epistles are written for in these last days. Shalom to the elect. So I'm going to get right into it. This is Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. So I'm bringing this out because there was an article I was reading, preluding to me pressing the record button, and you know, the insurrection, all right, and things of that nature that are being set up through the spirit and also physically, okay, where the system is being put in place where the CBDC is being pushed more and more and more. And see, they're very careful talking about the devil. He's very careful with his words. He's going to be very, very secretive. He's going to use innuendos. He's going to use sign language, such as people that get on the television and they throw up the little different symbols to speak to the elite. That's what they call the media, they're the medium between the elite and the people. All right, they speak to the people, all right, directly from the elite. Okay, they're paid actors, all right, to do those type of things on behalf of the elite. So the elite use these different actors and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, to try to communicate, well, not try, but to communicate unto the people what's about to come. And they're bending their bows, okay, as the scripture says right here in Psalm 64, to let you know that the system that's coming is going to be an implant under your skin. Okay, you're going to have an implant under your skin, and if you don't take it, you will be persecuted and then possibly killed, most likely. Okay, and especially for Israelites. All right. Psalm 64 and 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. That's right. So they're not gonna, after a while, they're not gonna care. Okay. This is a step-by-step process that Esau Edom is going through. Okay. To ensure that he gets this program up and running and that everything runs smoothly. At least that's what he thinks, right? And the men of the Lord, the prophets, are the men that are going to call it out before it even actually happens. They're not going to be offended, okay, at the fact that prophecy is happening. They're not going to be, well, the flesh is what it is. We're fighting against it every day. But the spirit is not of fear, okay? It's not of fear what's about to happen, because we understand these things must happen. They have to happen in order for prophecy to take place, okay? So in getting into the article, this is what I mean by him shooting in secret, okay? Now, he ain't gonna come out and say that it's the mark of the beast, because he already knows that the MOTB represents something that's biblically spoken about from thousands of years ago, and there's no way to really explain how a book called you out thousands of years before you even did it. There's no way to really explain that. So what he's going to do is he's going to try to skirt prophecy in a way where he's going to try to change the words around and change the meanings, and that's what he does. That's what he does. He changes everything. He changed the ordinances. The people are mourning. He don't give a goddamn. Okay. So the article says, this is from Engadget. It says chips, chip implants get under skin so you can leave your keys at home. So yeah, they're gonna use ways to try to coerce the people. They're gonna try to use it where it's a good thing. Look, we're helping people walk again, see again. They're gonna perform all type of witchcraft, okay, on the people, and the people, for the most part, especially 2/3 of the nation of Israel, are gonna fall for it. Okay, unlock doors. Okay, authenticate your identity or show off cool party trick. So this is where these people are with this shit, man. Okay. As you can see, it's from a couple of days ago. It says software engineer Mayana Wendell has about 25 implants under her skin, ranging from magnet to RFID tech. While that might take your skin, it's like while that make let me roll. Let me start again. It says while that might make your skin crawl if you're squeamish, for the most part they're not really noticeable. She told Engadget. At the DEF CON security conference on Thursday, Wendell talked about how she became interested in implants and her experience programming them for personal use, like scanning into her former office building. So, for all you jakes that say, well, it's not going to be trackable, or it's not, it's a spirit, it's a spiritual. No, nigga. Okay. First and foremost, learn who your enemy is. All right. If you learn who your enemy is, you say you do. If you already know who your enemy is, first and foremost, everything he says is untrue for the most part, but there are nuggets of truth in there. And he's going to tell you if you listen long enough, right? That's why we keep bringing these articles out, because they're telling on themselves, as the scripture says. They're going to tell on themselves, and we're going to be right there to report them telling on themselves. All right? We're also witnessing unto to the elect, all right, before the Heavenly Father and His Son. It says RFID tech, okay, power scannable technology like subway cards, or tap to pay. So what does that sound like? It sounds like Revelation 13 to me. All right, you might not be able to buy or sell, okay, without that, that implantable device, right? The charagma. It says the relatively simple tech was first patented in the 1970s. Wow. It says, and body modification dates back millennia. Despite this, RFID implants still haven't reached their full potential, and they still a gimmick for a lot of people. Wendell said. It says, but if you want to go clubbing and not to bring a bag, you can buy the right style of lock and implant a sensor that you can't lose to scan in and out of your home. I'm telling you, this devil, he's crafty. He's very, very crafty. I will give him that, okay? The Lord created him to be crafty. He created us to be wiser, okay? Isaiah 24:2, it says, and it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the treasurer, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. That's right. Everybody's gonna get that. The devil is not going to is not going to discriminate, okay? He's going to have everybody under the same system, both small and rich, all right, both small or great, rich or poor, all right? Isaiah 24:4, it says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, and the haughty people of the earth do languish. And they're languishing, meaning they're just stalemate. They don't know what to do. They're looking around. There's no answers. Nobody's saying anything. They're just like, I'm here. Okay? That's the spirit of the earth right now. I'm here. Okay? No enthusiasm, no nothing. Right? Just do as the devil tells you to do. And that's where the people are. They're leaning upon the devil and his understanding of how the earth is being run or should be run, and which is wickedly. All right? Isaiah 24:5, it says, the earth also the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. So they've changed everything. You can see in the way how they broke down the structure of a family. They completely destroyed it. And you put the women in something called projects. Okay? That's what we were. We were a goddamn project. A after school project for the so-called white man, all right, the Edomite, okay? He put us in these projects and these ghettos, And then he went to work by destroying the household from inside out. He worked on the woman mind, telling her that, listen, you don't need a man. I'll take care of you. But if I take care of you, there can't be a man in the house, which made it easier for him to go in and absolutely destroy. Okay? The scriptures talk about this. And matter of fact, let's get that. Isaiah 32 and 5, it says, the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, right? Which is sin upon sin, to practice hypocrisy, all right? Or hypocrisy. Anyway, it says, and to utter error against the Lord Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. That's right. Verse 7, it says, the instruments of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh uprightly. That's right. And so we tell our women, okay, listen, he's coming. Okay? And he's making no bones about it. He don't care that you have needs and things of that nature. He don't care nothing about all that. Okay? So, Psalms 10 and 3, it says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord Yahweh abhorreth. It says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. He don't give a goddamn. He don't care nothing about what the Lord has to say. He don't care that it's the MOTB. Now, he knows that this is a narrative that is strong throughout the earth, especially those who understand the Bible. They understand that the MOTB will come at the end. So the devil has to be crafty. He has to use words, change them around, change the meaning. He's going to send out the USA Today, because if you go on Google, right, USA Today, they'll say, no, the WEF did not do this, fact checking, no. So the devil, he gonna go ahead, he gonna hire these major newspapers to quote unquote debunk, okay, the misconception. Really, he working in the background. But he's going to do that out front to have you at rest. That's what it really is. All right. Psalm 10 and 4 says, the wicked through his pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous, right? It says, thy judgments are far above out of his sight, and for his enemies he puffeth at them, right? And he's doing that with Russia, China, the BRIC nations. It says, he hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, and for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in lurking places of the villages, and in secret places doth he murder the innocent, right? His eyes are privately set against the poor. And that's what he's doing. We're telling you what he's doing before he does it. That's why our video, if you notice, those who are watching know that channels sometimes get took down. Sometimes videos get taken down. We get strikes. We don't really say anything other than with the Bible. We're just teaching the Bible. Okay, fair use, YouTube, fair use. We're just teaching the Bible, man. Okay? Verse 9, it said, he lieth and waits secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth and wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. That's right. And the major net he's going to come with this is this implant under your skin. Okay? He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones, which is his strong delusion. And that's why we tell our people, come out of that bullshit, man. Okay? Come out of it, man. Because if you continue to believe on the lies that the devil is selling you, you're going to be caught into his net, and you will be destroyed. Make no mistake about it. You put that implant under your skin, you will be destroyed. You will be destroyed. As sure as this video is playing right now and the sound of my voice, you will be destroyed. That goes for me. That goes for my mama, my brothers, okay, my sisters, uncles, cousins, aunts, okay, you, your family. if you take that device under your skin, you will be destroyed. Okay? We can't say that enough. All right? Jump down to 14. It says, Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite to requite it with thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless. And that's what we are. The so-called it's a known fact, and well, it's a known thing within the world that the so-called black man, okay, so-called, right, the father usually is not in the home, and that's by design. It makes it easier to attack. When we were coming out of Egypt, who did them Amalekites attack? Huh? They attacked the women and the children, like fucking cowards that they are. That's what they do. They put our women on in them projects. Okay, gave them WIC vouchers and stamps and all kind of other stuff, and they said get the man out of the house. And once the man was removed out of the house, Esau had another house for them to remain in. It's called jail. Okay, and that's how his society has remained on top in this, for this long. But it's coming to an end though, and we already know he's coming with his program. He's coming with his major program. Okay, which that's what we're doing this lesson on, right? He's coming with that program to fool the people into believing that he's got their good interest in heart, and it's BS. Still, back in the article, it says still they're not magic. Chip implants don't work like Hollywood movies. Founder of biohacking and implant service Dangerous Things, Amal Grafstra told Engadget. They're not even active or alive or energized when there's no reader that is within very close proximity. Right, okay. And this is when they gotta put their spin on it, because they know Bible thumpers are out there talking about, don't take that. We're the ones that are we're the truth thumpers, okay? And the truth is they're the devil. And if you take that, you take that implant, you're gonna be destroyed. That's the truth. It says that means the scope of use for RFID implants is pretty limited and fair use, by the way, YouTube, fair use. And it's mostly a foundational tech that you have to be able to hack yourself for it to be useful. Whatever. So this is the spin. See, he gonna tell you a little bits of truth of what he's gonna do, and then he's gonna give you a spin after that, right? It says there are limited out-of-box use cases like the Tesla key car implant. It said that lets you start your car, but usually a user has to be able to copy certain key configurations onto it himself. When we sell the transponder, we're selling a key but not the lock. The user has to have some technical savvy to make the lock, whatever. It says it's helpful to know that before going into body modification artist or piercer, all right, to get, all right, and that's beautiful that it said piercer. Shy side stigma, right? Okay, the charagma, right? A piercing, right? It says to get one put in, or else you might end up with a chip you can't use. Don't worry, the elite has some use for it. It says do your research and make sure what you want as possible before you have surgery, Wendell said. Although Wendell herself does have some inactive ones that are harmless to keep under the skin. Why would you put the shit in there then? Anyway, it says companies are now looking for ways to use RFID implants as security tools too. Those same companies that you and I work at, they're going to want you to implant yourself, right? It says there's an inherent vulnerability associated with RFID tech because it requires access credentials to be open, to be stolen, to be open to being stolen. It says, but having those credentials as an implant at least prevents someone from easily stealing your access card and information. And there you go. And that's the setup. That's the setup right there. Okay? Psalm 64:4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately, right? They're laying a snare. Okay? They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? So when he says stuff like this, because this is the devil's mindset. It ain't just one person speaking. You got to understand, this is their mindset collectively. They don't put this shit out here just because it sounds cool to say. No, they're doing this because there's an agenda that needs to be achieved. Okay? And you have to understand, when we bring these articles out, this is the mindset of the devil. His system, all right? This is that image that it talks about in Revelation. Not a picture of Cesar Borgia, well, although that's a part of it, but that's fading fast into the background. See, this is emerging as the new, that new idol that it talks about in Second Esdras 16. All right, this is that idol that you're going to bow to. Okay, that idol that you're going to lock yourself into this system, and then you're going to bow, all right, to the so-called white man forever and ever and ever. And that's what he wants to have. All right, the chances of someone coming along and being able to scan your credential without you knowing about it, it's probably not that high, Wendell said. You can't have your hand pickpocketed, at least not without a machete. And don't give people thoughts. They will. Okay, they will. It says, plus an authentication becomes more important to prevent unauthorized account access. These implants could be used to prove your identity. As companies look to replace two-factor authentication with passkeys, putting those credentials under your skin could be possible. Your passkey can be uploaded to a chip implant that can verify your identity, as opposed to a hardware key that they could get lost, or a text message verification that can be duped. It says, according to Grafstra. It says RFID implants don't require FDA approval because they're not medical devices. Right. It says while they appear generally safe and secure, they are risk factors to consider, which that's what them grievous sores is gonna come in at. People gonna develop cancer. You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of weird shit gonna be happening, man, because the Lord told you not to do it. Okay. It says there are risk factors to consider, according to the professor of college media at the University of Colorado Boulder. It says customers should be fully aware of the hidden costs, privacy risks, and advertising messages associated with such tech, and not just the cost of getting such implants, he said in an email to Engadget. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, the Lord told you, okay? They encourage themselves in an evil manner. It says, they commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Both the inward thought of every one of them. So they ain't just one person. This is a system. Okay? This is a system that they're looking to, they're pledging, okay, before the heavens as what they want to do, before the eyes of the Most High. And they think that they're going to pull it off. They're sadly mistaken, of course. Okay? 1 Peter 5:8, it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. That's right. So he's going to try to devour Israelites. Mainly, that's his goal. He wants the entire world, of course, but he knows that he has to eliminate the Israelites. And with that, he thinks that if he can eliminate the Israelites, then he can eliminate the elect. and that Yahushua won't be able to come back because he's gonna try to fight him. He's gonna try to do everything all at once, and he's gonna fail everything. Okay, he's gonna lose bad, y'all. I don't know how many more times to tell you that he's gonna lose bad. All right. This is Second Thessalonians 2:8. It says, "And then shall the wicked be revealed," and he's being revealed right now. It says, "Whom the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is the prophets, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, which is his son, his only son. Well, his only begotten son. Okay, which is Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, not Jesus Christ. It says, even him. Okay." Whose coming is after the working of Satan, which is the so-called white man, with all power and signs and lying wonders. And that right there, oh, being able to do cool party tricks, and opening up your garage and starting your car and all that other shit. These are nothing but lying wonders, okay? And with all deceivableness and of righteousness unto in them that perish, which is the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they may be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. And this is a lie, y'all. That device is not going to bring you life. It's going to bring you death. Whether it be fast or long term, you will die. And if the Lord save you all the way to the end, and you got that device in you, you know you about to get nuked. Okay, the Lord really hates you. Okay, verse 12, it says that they all may be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. So that's what happened, and that's what's going to happen, and that's the long and short of it. Okay, so I really pray that this lesson was edifying for those of you that can receive it. Okay, for those of you who can't, good luck. I don't mean that, but good luck. Anyway, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Bahashim, Waharakakadash, Shalom to the elect.